you have to really personalize your profile. You have to personalize your proposal. We can also look into like using AI for sure. Napaka-common naman na yan nowadays. But it's something that has to be unique. It's not a copy and paste thing. And the clients can immediately tell kasi if you have sent the same message to like all the clients that you have applied in.
Kasi
So,
iba,
very careful dapat tayo dyan. Oo. Diba?
baka makopy mo pa yung prompt ng ChatGPT.
Oo, nandun sa ilalim, no? Do you want me to remake or redo?
Gusto kong mag-work from home, pero hindi ko alam kung saan magsisimula. So, how many times have you said this? Once? Twice? Maybe every morning while stuck in traffic. Pero don't worry guys, kasi hindi kayo nag-iisa.
That is right, Ta. And actually, congratulations. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And welcome to From Kayon to Keyboard by VA Masters. Yes, the podcast where we talk about real work from home life in the Philippines.
I'm Tata.
And I'm Roxy, and you're listening to our very first episode, mga ate ko.
So here, we're gonna discuss real tips, real mistakes, and lessons from people who have actually been through the process.
Yes, exciting, right? So to kick things off, we are diving into the big questions everyone asks. How do I actually find a client? You know, this was actually the question that I asked myself before. Paano nga ba magsimula?
So Roxy, ano nga ba ang sikreto?
Nako, Tata, we'll discuss all of that in today's episode. The secrets, the tips, the tricks, and along the way, we'll even share more of the worst VA interviews you've ever seen.
Grabe naman yun, may powers pa. Ano to mga horror stories? And speaking of interviews, we're not alone today. We have two amazing guests who have seen hundreds and hundreds of applications and submissions.
Correct. And we can't wait to welcome our amazing HR powerhouses of VA Masters. We have Anne and Brill. Hey, guys.
Okay, so they've seen every
Wow,
kind.
ang fresh, ha?
Totoo.
Atake.
So Anne and Brill has seen every kind of VA interview imaginable. And they know exactly what clients are looking for. Welcome, Anne and Brill.
Hi everyone.
Hello, how you guys doing?
So, Anne, quickly, tell us who you are and what you do at VA Masters.
So yes, thank you, Tata. My name is Ann Cudilla. I'm the Training and Operations Manager here at VA Masters. And normally, I do the onboarding. I start working with the VA from their first day here at VA Masters, and I do the supervision as well.
Oh, we're definitely getting into that. And how about you, Brill?
Hi Roxy, hi everyone. Hope you guys are doing good. So
Yeah.
my name is Brilliant, but you can call me Brill. I'm one of the recruitment managers at VA Masters. And I've been doing this for quite some time now. I think 3 or 4 years doing recruitment, and I've seen everything from amazing success stories to, well, let's just say some of the worst and probably also memorable disasters, I would say.
Sige na nga, pag-usapan na natin yan. So let's get into it.
So before we talk about where to find clients, let's talk about the elephant in the room. And so may pa-elephant tayo today. Asan siya?
Kinakaloka yung elephant. I feel so
Yeah,
big.
so I just want to ask, what's the biggest misconception you see from new VA applicants?
Nako, this one's really the biggest thing na parang sa tutuusin, it's more of a pet peeve for me. Kasi when you think about the VA, feeling nung iba, the newbies, the candidates, the ones that are applying, they will think that it's easy money. They will think that
Yes.
it's easy, it's just work from home, I can do it in my pajamas and I can make dollars. But the reality is,
Still
no.
work. Trabaho pa din
Yeah.
yun eh.
Definitely. I would have to agree with Anne. And of course, the timeline expectations are completely off. Now, most of the people really think that they'll apply today and be making money by next week. And that's not the case sometimes, right?
True. So maybe guys, we can give them a realistic scenario. So how long does it actually take?
If we talk about from application to, getting hired, For most people, on average, it's gonna take 2 to 4 weeks minimum, and that's if you're like 100% really prepared and doing everything right.
Hmm. So, ano bang ibig sabihin talaga ng prepared? So, like, could you give us a definition of the bare minimum that someone needs to start?
Well, definitely there are minimum requirements. So to start with, number one should be like reliable internet connection. I mean, reliable. Hindi to negotiable for anybody. So not your neighbor's Wi-Fi or anything that you will be using as backup connection like your mobile data na it cuts in and out for every 30 minutes. Number two is of course a working computer or a laptop that it doesn't have to be branded, but it has to function properly. There's no really requirements for that you have to use a Mac computer or anything else. And then number three, which is really, really important, a quiet workplace. So, kahit small corner, that's fine. Kahit nga malapit sa CR, that's okay as long as no one is going to be disturbing you in that area of yours. As long as you can take calls, of course, without the karaoke in the background. Kasi diba, sometimes yung kapitbahay mo, napakaingay. Oh my gosh.
Yes, if
Yes.
not karaoke, may mga manok sa background.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get more into that.
Definitely. I mean, in terms of technical requirements, you should be prepared, and that's right. Yung mga background noises, meron naman tayo ano dyan kumbaga panangga. So we need to buy like the noise cancellation headset, right? But honestly, the most important thing is really mindset, and you really need to be coachable. What else? Professional, and at the same time, willing to learn.
Okay. So, aside from yung kapitbahay mong kumakanta ng Total Eclipse of the Heart sa background, ano ba yung mga red flag para sa mga taong hindi pa talaga ready to be a VA or to start your VA career?
I have an idea about that, Tata. One is they cannot commit with the schedule. Napaka-importante niyan. And when I say I'll try this for a month and see if it works, medyo yung mga mindset na ganun are the ones that won't make it to the cut.
Or I'd like to add on that when they're not really willing to invest on the basics, like we've mentioned earlier, the technical requirements. Let's say, for example, upgrading the internet and also finding a proper workspace. So yeah, bottom line, yun talaga yun preparedness.
Yes, preparedness and mindset are key. Okay, so real talk. Can someone do this part-time while working another job?
Roxy, I want to answer that for you. It is possible. But there's a but in there. It really depends on the client and of course the role. Some clients may need you to work in specific hours. Sometimes there will be clients that will allow you to do it flexibly. So you really have to be upfront about your availability. It's the most important thing here in VA Masters kasi we want to be transparent to all the clients and the VAs that are working with us.
I see. So, kunyari, I've set up my workspace and I'm fully prepared and I'm committed. Let's say I'm a new VA applicant who has all those minimum requirements. So, now what? Saan nga ba tayo maghahanap ng mga clients?
Okay, so going back to where we can find clients, let's break this down. There are basically three main routes: freelancing platforms, social media, or working with an agency like VA Masters. So let's start with the platforms. What's your take on that, Anne?
Most of the platforms that we're using, you're correct. There are the three main ones. The big ones are onlinejobs.ph, so you can always find us there. We also have Upwork, and then this one's not really so common, but most of us will be able to find VA Masters in freelancer.com. While sa onlinejobs.ph kasi, it's very Filipino focused. It's central or centralized for Filipino VAs talaga. It's a direct employer to VA platform, which is actually great, but you also have to be really careful about scams there. So, yeah.
Ano mga klaseng scam kaya to, Bryn?
The usual. I mean, I think it's everything. Like, fake job posts, clients asking for money upfront for training. And I've experienced this before when I was, applying. Also, requests for personal information way too early. That's kind of fishy, And also, I think we'll talk more about red flags later. But basically, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is a scam.
Yes. So what about Upwork? Kasi may mga nagtatanong din about Upwork eh.
Well, to answer that, Roxy, Upwork is a bit bigger. They're more inclined into catering to international clients, and then they have an escrow system which protects you, not only the clients but also the VAs. But the thing about Upwork is the competition. It's really super, as in,
Yeah, kasi
intense
madami.
talaga.
Oo.
True, oo. And you can also be competing with hundreds of applicants for just one job.
Sobrang intense naman yun. Paano kaya yung mga VA na wala pang experience? Paano kaya sila like makakapag-stand out?
Well, for that, the best answer is you have to really personalize your profile. You have to personalize your proposal. We can also look into like using AI for sure. Napaka-common naman na yan nowadays. But it's something that has to be unique. It's not a copy and paste thing. And the clients can immediately tell kasi if you have sent the same message to like all the clients that you have
Oo.
applied in.
Kasi
So,
yung iba,
very careful dapat tayo dyan. Oo. Diba?
baka makopy mo pa yung prompt ng ChatGPT.
Sure, oo, nandun sa ilalim, no? Do you want me to remake or redo?
O, di ba nakakahiya?
Yeah, I also wanted to add on that, Anne. I think it's also very important to express your deep interest by, you can show this by mentioning something specific about their business, also showing that you did your research, and just keep it short, but at the same time impactful. Ayun.
Yeah, agree. So, okay, platforms are one option. Punta naman tayo sa social media.
I think we can also add LinkedIn and Facebook groups. These are, I think, like, the gold mines. There are gold mines definitely in these platforms if you know how to use them. Kasi for me, when I used to look for a job, Facebook for me is really an effective way to look for a job, especially if you join communities and then groups. There you can easily find clients, but you really need to be careful because there are a lot of scammers out there as well.
So, paano kaya yun? Paano makakahanap yung tita ko na gusto mag-VA ng job sa LinkedIn or Facebook?
Magtiyaga ka, definitely, right? Pero on LinkedIn, I would say optimizing your profile like it's a resume is an effective way, and also using keywords that clients search for, right? Also engage with posts in your niche. For example, if you are within the recruitment niche, then try using or make use of those terms, because definitely clients, when they search for, let's say, when they search for VAs, they would cling onto those common terms related to that niche, right? And for me, it's not enough that you just lurk, okay? Comment, share insights. That's why it's also important to really participate in social groups, communities, especially in LinkedIn. There are a lot of professionals in there. So, kahit hindi naman kayo close, pwede ka namang mag-comment, share ka ng insights mo. Baka makita ka ng client, magaling to ha. There's a lot of possibilities, I would say so.
Yeah. And not only in LinkedIn, Brill, we also have like the Facebook groups. With what I did before, there are several groups that you can join. Tons of legitimate VA groups. VA Jobs Philippines, something like that. Most of the time you will see it. Syempre, you'll recognize there's like a lot of members, no? Makita mo naman yan kung legit. But then again, at the end of the day, you have to really look into the post. Kasi sometimes there will be a lot na parang pasa-sign upin ka sa isang Google form, tapos yun pala, they're gonna use your mobile number and then they'll send you a lot of scam messages and whatnot. But again, you have to really sift through them. Best idea is, of course, you go to the website of that specific company.
Yes, that's true. And dapat talaga maging careful tayo sa pag-join ng mga Facebook groups na hindi siya scam. Kasi baka ano pa lang yung ibebenta mo doon.
Insurance pala tapos ikaw yung kukunan ng pera, di ba?
Diba? Oo. So, what if the applicant reach out directly to a business or the CEO?
For this one kasi, it's really unusual for cold emailing. Sometimes it would still work, but yes, definitely it can work. You can find a small business from a different, or from Google. ChatGPT can also recommend. But sometimes the possibilities of receiving a reply from a certain company, may it be in the US, Australia, or even Israel, it can help. You only need to check the website. That's very important. And then you go to the careers page of that website and then click the contact page for you to be able to see everything. So that's where you can find all the details for the company. So yes, it might work as well for cold email.
And ano kaya yung mga ilalagay or sasabihin ni VA applicant sa cold emails na to, Brill?
Cold email. Okay. All right. So if you opt to do this, I think the best advice that I can give is to keep it really simple. Just introduce yourself, mention a specific way you can help their business, and just offer a quick call, perhaps. Don't write a novel. Okay? Wag yung masyadong mahaba. Okay? Just
Naging si Babaong ka bigla eh.
yeah.
Uh,
Kiss. Just kiss. Keep it simple and ano yung isa? Sa kiss, keep it simple and short. Ayun. Hindi. Grabe siya, oh. Keep it simple and short. Ayun.
yeah, so don't write a novel ha, sabi ni Brill. So baka naka-chapter episode yung mga cold email nyo. Paawat kayo. Now let's talk about VA Masters. How is working with an agency naman?
How different is it with working
Yeah,
with
yeah.
an agency?
Working with an agency.
Well, maraming pros and cons, pero most of the time laging may pros dyan. When you work with VA Masters kasi, the highlight of that is we do all the heavy lifting for the candidates and the clients. So, we match you with the vetted clients who are really serious. Kasi sometimes, di ba, yung mga clients, they can be shady at times. So, hindi din natin sure kung magbabayad sila. Di ba? So, with VA Masters, if you're gonna be working with us, you're not wasting time on scam post or ghost clients. So, yeah, that's number one.
Yeah. Plus, I would have to add on that, we prepare you. Okay? We have skill tests. Also, we do interview coaching, and also we have ongoing support, even if you're already placed or you found your client.
So ano yung catch? Super competitive ba ang application process dito sa VA Masters or other agencies?
Nako, this is really something that you have to look into. We have a 6-stage process and we're looking for the best of the best. Yan talaga yon.
Yes. I would have to definitely agree on that. If you make it through, you are connected with real paying clients who value your work. And just to share, most of the clients that we have right now are really generous. There was this one time, a VA who just started like a couple of months, but he's been really doing good with his performance. And, out of the blue, they decided to give like a bonus.
Wow.
And, yeah, ganyan. Ganun naman talaga. If your efforts are seen, then give credit when the credit is due talaga.
Yes, that's actually nice. It's like, let's just say from, mentioning all the processes here in VA Masters, let's just say from 500 applicants down to one top applicant who showed excellence in all stages. So, dapat ma-proud talaga kayo niyan. And now, people know where to find clients. So, let's talk about what not to do. So, Ann and Brill, it's time for the horror stories. Ayun na, Tata, yung pinakahihintay mo.
Oh my gosh. Ito na. Okay, ito na nga, Roxy, ang ating mga horror stories. Sa interviews, ha? Baka hahanap kayo ng Capri story dito.
Ang aga ng Halloween.
Jessica Soho pa to.
Sino nga yung isa? Yung espiritista? Si
Ed Kaluwag. Alam ko yung kaya. Fan ako.
Okay.
Yeah, so simulan natin sa mga technical disasters and what's the worst or yung nakakatakot na nakita mo?
Naku, sobrang dami niyan, actually. Hindi ko na mabilang yung mga technical disasters na yan. But I think yung top one ko sa the worst I've ever seen was itong VA na magmi-meet up with the client. Ito yung first day niya of work. So, ang nakakasuya doon was her laptop after she logged in, nag-update on its own. Alam mo yon, parang katulad natin, nandito tayo sa gitna ng interview, bigla na lang mamamatay yung ating 'di ba? Yung ating Zoom meeting. So sa kanya, kasi syempre very crucial, you have to make a good impression to the client. You also have to make a good impression na ang stable lang internet connection ko, walang issues yung device ko and all that. So ang nangyari, yung client nag-intay sa kanya for more than an hour because of the update ng computer. Alam mo yung feeling kong hiyang-hiya talaga ako na parang I can almost sink dun sa kinauupuan ko. That was one of the most horrible ones that I had. And, the client was patient enough naman. And she understood na it happens at some point. Pero I guess the lesson with that is sana before we really attend to these types of interviews, these types of shifts, or lalo na kung mag-meet tayo with the client for the first time, let's make a good impression.
Ikaw naman, Bril, baka may tinatago kang technical disasters.
Technical, marami. I think it's a normal thing already, lalo na kapag yung interviewee is not using any headset. Yung laptop lang yung ginagamit. So, maririnig ka talaga mga background noises. Lalo na kapag sa probinsya. Pero, I just wanna, share this one instance. I think this is not a technical disaster story, but I think this is a wrong timing disaster story. So we have this one hiring na I needed to fill in urgently. So I needed to check on the resources that we have, the existing candidates in the pipeline. So I was reaching out and calling out those who applied before. And I was able to reach this one particular candidate, and she answered. I mean, I called twice, and then on the third call, sinagot niya, babae. Tapos, so I did my my usual intro. Hi, my name is Brill from Bay Masters. Was calling ganyan. Tapos bigla sumagot siya. What? You're calling me about this and that? Bubatag yo. We're on signal number 4. Tapos galit na galit siya. Tapos nag-curse pa siya. Okay? Ano pa siya? Nagbigay pa siya ng mga profane words. And I was like, talagang nag-freeze. I was like, naghalo yung yung feeling. I was feeling guilty and at the same time nahiya. And wala akong nagawa. I just said sorry, tapos pinatay ko yung call. And yeah, sayang.
Bumabagyo sa kanila.
Grabe.
Di ko rin naman alam na I wasn't able to check the address kasi sa CV usually or sometimes wala ring address, di ba? So, hindi ko sinek sa CV yung address niya. Hindi ko rin alam na signal number 4 na pala sila. So,
How could you know?
Yeah, yun nga. So, sa isip ko, guilty, tsaka embarrassed ako sa nangyari. Pero, sabi ko naman, inosente ako kasi hindi ko alam. Ganun. So, sorry na lang ako. And then, I just brush it off my shoulder. So, proceed to the next candidate. Ayun, nagtawag na naman ako ulit. And then, that time, sinigurado ko na yung tinatawagan ko is wala sa
Wala sa Baguio na part.
Yeah, kasagsagan ata yun sa somewhere sa North Luzon na Baguio.
Na-character
yung malaki.
development eh.
Oo, yung malaking bagyo na dumating dito, yung dumaan sa Sierra Madre pero hindi siya
Oo.
Oo. Yun. Hindi ko yun makakalimutan.
So recently lang pala siya.
Yeah, recently.
Okay, paano naman yung mga appearance disasters? May mga nakahubad pa umaattend na VA applicant sa interview, baka naman wala. Wag naman.
Yung what do you call that? Yung candidate, hindi sila nakahubad, syempre talagang presentable yan. Pero minsan, magugulat ka kasi sa background may dumadaan, may malaking tiyan, ganyan. Tapos, alam mo yun, kasi normally, di ba, that's the real importance talaga na meron kang safe space where you will be able to work. Kasi hindi natin alam na, like everyone, we're working from home. Definitely. Walang ano doon, walang question doon. Pero having an environment na talagang undisrupted ka, kasi yung background talaga is really important. Minsan nanay mo dadaan, tatay mo dadaan, or if not, asawa mo na nakahubad ng top, dadaan. Kasi hindi nila na-realize that you're talking to somebody. So, during interviews, it happened one time. Ako pa nga yung nahiya kasi parang, kasi 'di ba parang hala ko may background talaga siya, pero yung pala daanan yung area niya kung saan siya nagko-call. So, yun, that's one of the it's not really technically horrible for me. It's just that nakakahiya siya on my end na ako pa talaga yung nahiya na dinaanan siya nung nakahubad na and it's recorded. So, ayun,
Oh.
pwede ko siyang balikan ulit kung
Yun yung
sino yung
bakas.
dumaan sa likod niya. Totoo, yes. So, yeah. And I think Brill will also have that same. Lalo na, ang dami mong ini-interviews.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it happens. Not always, but most of the time. Pareha lang yun, di ba? Most of the time, siya always. Pero, yeah, nangyayari talaga yun. Kumbaga, you know, VAs tend to become really complacent. Kumbaga, kasi nga, work from home, di ba? So, masyado nilang, tawag nito.
Pinifeel yung
Yeah, feel yung work from home na style. But there was this one time I was hiring for a real estate acquisition specialist, and just to give you an overview of this type of role, kailangan talaga dito yung mga tao, yung VA or yung candidate or yung applicant is really has that strong personality, confident, saka hindi nahihiya magsalita. So they tend to be kind of like all over the place. Kumbaga, medyo tawag na nosy, kumbaga. Parang may angas, kumbaga. So in his case, he came in wearing a sandal. And what's worst is that he's chewing gum and at the same time playing on his phone. Imagine, tatlo na yun sando, naglalaro sa phone, tsaka nagchuchupa ng gum. At first, I was like, considerate. I observed him and gave him like the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully that, eventually he'll focus. Unfortunately, he did not. So I called him out. And unfortunately, he came off as arrogant. And he seemed to be, ang tawag dito, kumbaga, kasi I called him out, parang nataas yung ego niya, pataas yung tingin niya sa sarili niya kasi nga malaki yung experience niya in terms of the position and marami siyang deal na na-close. So ayun, arrogante siya instead of being receptive. And for that, I decided to stop the interview midway and reminded him of professionalism, that it's a basic expectation in any hiring process. So it was not a loss for me, even though skill set and qualification wise, pasok talaga siya. Pero it's not a loss for me. It's a loss on his part.
Yeah.
So ayun, hindi natuloy.
sayang
Sayang.
kasi talaga
Sayang lang.
appropriate yung ginawa talaga.
Sayang. Ayun. Malakas pa naman sana siya. He was
Qualified
on
sana siya.
Yes. Very qualified. He was on the top list. And ayun, para sa akin, yung mga ganito kasing role yung sinabi ko kanina, strong yung mga personality and most of them are really, confident. Kaso lang, yung iba, yung overconfidence nila, nagiging arrogante na sila. Parang masyadong mataas yung tingin nila sa sarili nila. Yung recruiter, kumbaga, parang, recruiter lang to. Ako yung nahanap nyo, magaling ako. So, for sure, kukunin nyo ako. Something like that. Yung kumbaga, yung mindset nila, minsan.
And di ba before sila mag-undergo sa interview, parang sinesendan niyo sila ng details for the interview. Kasali naman yung reminder, di ba?
Yes,
Ano yun
yes,
ba?
meron. Yes, meron doon. So, isa din yun sa, of course, on the side of the recruiter, isa din yun sa kinoconsider namin. It may be a small detail, but it's something that implies professionalism and also behavior.
Grabe, Brill, Holy Trinity, chewing gum, nag-ML, hindi pa nakatingin sa'yo, ay, nakasando. Ano ba yan? So, guys, after listening to this, we all know clearly what not to do. So let's talk about what actually works.
So, all right, for the horror stories, let's talk success naman this time. So, Anne and Brill, when you see a candidate who's nailing it, what are you doing differently?
Ako ha, Roxy. For me, the first one that I would always look into is yung resume nila. It has to be really clean, has to be specific, and it has to be honest. Yung genuine ba, if you're gonna be looking into it. Sometimes kasi some applicants, some candidates, parang minumove lang nila yung experiences nila. Tapos sinasabi nila that they're an expert in everything. They're highlighting, yung mga ginawa nila before. But it's not really the thing. So what we wanted to do here is to highlight the real skills with real examples.
Yes, I would have to agree with Anne, especially those skill-based roles. It is important that you have a portfolio, even if you don't have a paid client yet, or I mean you don't have any experience with paid clients. I think it's important that they create sample of their works, right? Let's say, for example, mock social media posts. What else? Sample data entry sheets or whatever the role requires. I think it's important that it helps, give weight to your CV.
So, paano kaya para sa mga applicants natin na walang experience? How do they create their portfolios or samples of their work?
With that, I wanna share something. Ito, before pa ako mag-VA, nung nasa corporate pa ako, kasi syempre, I don't have any idea, di ba? So, what I did, nagtanong-tanong ako dun sa mga kaibigan ko na nag-VA work na. They had me take some of their project work. Tapos, nag-offer ako na mag-help dun sa small business nung friend ko na yon. Nag-volunteer ako for local organizations. Tapos, naggawa-gawa din ako ng mga mock-up projects na medyo in line with, companies na pwede nating gamitin as an example for us to be able to create those beautifully woven projects na mag-highlight ng skills natin.
What about the application itself? What makes a proposal stand out? Like, dapat ba may mga design or dapat ba may mga flowers na design para mag-stand out? So, any tips?
Parang projects at TLA, may mga yung mga pa-border. Uy, mahilig ako doon. Mahilig ako doon before. I used to put like mga design sa sa mga output ko. Pero for me, I think personalization. If you're applying to, let's say for example, real estate companies, it's worth mentioning something specific about their listings or market. Ayun. Sinabi ko na to kanina, di ba? Do a little bit of research. It makes them feel that you're really interested in them. You can show you did 5 minutes of research, perhaps, and then any information that could really give weight to your interest in their company or in their business.
How about you, Anne? Any tips?
Brill is actually great when he said about knowing more about the client. It's important yan. Pag nakita mo how the client is actually operating, you will already have a feel of the job that you will be doing. So parang, okay, they need somebody to do this and that, and I will be the best person to do that. So for the VAs na magsisimula pa lang, magandang idea yan, that you look into the company that you're applying into, para naman meron na kayong heads up or meron ka ng parang nauna ka na dun sa mga kasama mo or dun sa mga magiging candidates na i-interviewin. And another is, ito, super important. Kanina pa natin siya pinag-uusapan actually. Si Brill has also mentioned this. Keep it short and simple. All the time. The more you say, the more questions ang lalabas, the more, parang it's like opening a can of worms. So, when you're keeping it short, you have to keep your paragraph simply. Number 1, lagay mo why you are interested in their specific business. That's 1. Tip number 2, when you create your paragraph number 2, is your relevant skills and the one specific example. Kasi if you just give the skills, then you're not able to provide an example kung paano mo ito ginawa or paano mo ito natapos or how you survived it. Parang it's not really relevant. So, you have to give that example as well. And then paragraph number 3 is to have, you have to clear call to action. So, parang lagi tayong papakita na we're willing to do an action after we say something. Say, for example, I'd love to discuss how I can help. Diba? Parang ang gandang sabihin nun sa client. Kasi at the end of the day, that's what they're looking for. They need you to help them. And are you available for a quick call? Ganyan. So, ayun, very nice yan when you tell them.
Great. So, alam ko kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan, pero how do we completely ace an interview?
Ay, okay. Ako sasagot yan. All right. For you to be able to ace any interview, I think it is very important. And given na to dapat prepared ka. Okay? Right? First question pa lang, introduce yourself or walk me through your relevant experience. Dapat alam mo na yung sasabihin mo, di ba? Alam mo na yung kung ano yung relevant experiences. Kasi minsan naging interview ako, sinasabi sa akin yung mga experiences na hindi naman related sa ina-applyan nila. So it's lalong humahaba yung usapan. Tapos ganito lang pala yung experience niya, yung relevant experience niya. So go directly to the core. Kung ano yung may contribute mo sa company. Aside from that, na-mention na to kanina, it is also important that you do, a little bit of research of the company so that you can align your skill set to the business operations. Right? Let's say, for example, yung company is about real estate. Although you don't have any real estate experience, pero meron kang administrative skills, support in terms of, ano pa bang property management, ano kang ganon. So, admin support. So, paano mo i-align yung skill set mo in terms of administrative support to real estate industry?
And you also mentioned this earlier, Bri, that you always have to dress professionally. So, dress to impress. Hindi mo naman kailangan mag-suit, coat and tie or whatever. Pero, I guess, be clean, presentable, and make a difference. Kumbaga, wag kang magsando, in short. So, yan, very, very healthy tip yan. Kasi sometimes we have this impression of pag work from home naman, that's okay. So, at least, wear something that will make you look and outstand other candidates. So, yes, that's good.
What about the answers naman? And like, ano ba dapat yung tamang sagot?
Ito talaga yun Kasi, di ba minsan magtatanong tayo kung ano yung sasagot natin.
Oo.
Every time na ini-interview tayo, laging may feelers yan. Mapapaisip ka pa. Parang pang Miss Universe, di ba?
Oo.
So, I'd like to also recommend that you have to look into how you answer it. Huwag mo sabihin I'm a hard worker. Lahat naman tayo, we'll put our best foot forward every time we're asked. Na super sipag ko, galing-galing ko, di ba? So, what you do is actually present examples from the previous role that you had. So, look at it as an experience that you will share with the interviewer. So, in my previous role, I managed 50 customer inquiries per day while maintaining 95% satisfaction rate. So, that's highlighting your skills, that's highlighting your performance, but it's not really saying na super galing ko. It's a subtle way of telling them about your skills. So,
Bali, results-driven siya na.
yes.
Also-
Meron ka talaga example.
Yeah, also, I think it's also positive. It's also a positive impression if you ask smart questions back to the interviewer, perhaps the client or the recruiter. Let's say, for example, what does success look like in this role after 3 months pertaining to the KPIs? Or what tools does your team currently use? So these are, simple questions that could also create a good impression. Kasi nga, interesado ka, kumbaga you're putting yourself na in the position already of getting hired and working with a company.
So, Anne, what impresses you that most applicants don't do?
Ako, I really appreciate it sometimes yung mga follow-up emails. May mga times that there will be emails that we will receive. Pero yung mga follow-up na natanggap ba sila or whatnot. Minsan kasi, we have to really look into it. Na parang, let's not be in a hurry when we ask. Kasi if the job is for you, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. This is really for you. Alam mo yun? Parang you don't really have to force it or whatnot. But if they're willing to actually send an email or if they want to really follow up on the job or the interview, make it simple. Send a thank you email. It's very simple to do that. I appreciate you doing the interview with me today. And maybe 10% of candidates would actually do that. But not all of them will do that. So that's what impresses me the most. Like, yung magandang wordings na ginamit to let me know that they enjoyed the interview and they're looking forward to working with us.
Sa akin naman, I think being honest about what you don't know, it's so- I think it's way better to say I haven't used that software yet, but I'm a fast learner and can get trained on it than to lie and eventually get caught. And the you know the I think that the problem there is that uh, if you move forward with the candidate, and if the candidate or the applicant started working already and hindi niya pa alam yung software, so it's a boomerang on the part of the recruiter as well. Tapos nakakahiya sa client, kumbaga. We take pride in our process that we choose the best among the best, but unfortunately pagdating sa operations, sablay. So ayun, I really appreciate those candidates who speak the truth.
Yes, I love all the advice, and it's great to hear all your answers and tips. And now we're running out of time, but Tata and I want to leave everyone a quick action plan.
Yes. So, if you're listening to this podcast and thinking, okay, pwede na ako magsimula. Most of sinabi nila, hindi ko ginagawa yung red flags and I'm prepared to do what is necessary to become a professional VA. Here's what you need to do this week.
Yes, so for day 1 to 2, get your foundations ready. Update your resume with specific skills and honest experience. Take a professional photo, even just with your phone. Good lighting, clean background, no sando.
Busan.
Set up a LinkedIn profile if you don't have one.
Okay. And sa day 3 and day 4 mo, please create your portfolio. Please submit a portfolio that has sample projects of your niche. Baka sinasabi nyong lifestyle content creator kayo. Tapos, yung mga projects nyo naman dun is in another field. Okay? So, if you're going to go for social media management, just remember to create mock posts. So, it doesn't matter if you have experience or not. What you want to show the client is your skill set. And if ikaw naman si data entry person, you can build a clean spreadsheet for your samples. And if you're a customer service agent, pwede kayo mag-write ng sample email responses.
Yes, and for the day 5 to 6 this is the time where you start applying. So choose 2 platforms, maybe Online Jobs PH and LinkedIn. Send personalized application to 5 jobs. So the more you submit, the more chances of winning. And join 2 to 3 legitimate Facebook groups for VA jobs. So dapat legit and wag naman yung mga puros scam.
True. Okay, on your last day, please prepare for your interviews. Make sure you have a clean interview space. Test your internet, webcam, and microphone. Guys, I've been there. Marami akong technical difficulties na pinagdaanan before. So, the more prepared you are in terms of your workspace, your equipment, and of course, your answers, the more better prepared you are for being a VA.
And if you want the easier route, apply to VA Masters. Let us do the heavy lifting.
Truly. So, ako, first VA job ko dito talaga sa VA Masters. And I really found the process easy and super enjoyable. So, Anne and Brill, any final advice for people just starting out?
Ako, thank you, Tata, for allowing me to say this. Pero I guess the one advice that I can give to everyone is number 1, maging true and authentic kayo when you do the interviews. That will make or break everything. Kasi people, candidates, recruiters, they will all know that you're saying the truth. Lahat yan, may mga psychological tests yan. So you would know that the candidate is saying the truth. And another is keep your clients happy. That's the next thing that will happen after you go through the process. So maging hardworking lang tayo and everything will fall into place.
Sa akin naman, especially to those starting and transitioning to the virtual world. Kasi karamihan sa iba, they're thinking na doon tayo sa virtual world magtrabaho, doon tayo sa remote job kasi medyo malaki yung sahod kumpara sa corporate. Ganun yung mga mindset talaga, di ba? Para sa akin, you need to manage your expectations. Iba kasi yung skill set kapag andito ka na sa remote work versus corporate.
Yes.
So, really manage your expectations, especially sa rate. Especially sa salary expectation. Yung iba kasi, baguhan lang, pero ini-expect nila ganito yung rate na dapat para sa kanila. But the truth is, dito lang sila. So, ayun, manage your expectation. Lahat naman tayo nagsisimula sa baba. Hindi naman tayo, wala naman tayong, kumbaga, shortcut sa kung ano yung gusto natin. So, yun lang,
It will
manage
grow
your
naman
expectation.
eventually.
Yes, eventually,
Will grow
may
naman.
process yan eh. Ako nga nagsimula sa ganitong rate eh. Tapos, nagkaroon ako ng malaking posisyon before sa corporate setting. Pero pagpasok ko sa virtual world, nagsimula ako as an entry level. So, ayun, really manage your expectation. Tsaka, wag mag-expect ng ganito kalaking rate agad-agad, di ba? Ayun.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Anne and Brill, for joining us and sharing your wonderful stories. We're very honored to have you with us today.
For those who are starting out as VAs, never stop learning, guys. May times na may-reject tayo, may times na it will not be a success for us. But I think the best thing that you have to look into is to strive na maging successful ka when you're starting to apply and you're starting in the VA world. Kasi not everything will go our way, but if you continue to learn and to know more, acquire skills, dadating din yung time na matatanggap tayo in the jobs that we aspire to actually be part of. Thank you so much, everybody, for inviting us, and we also would like to thank the viewers. If you have any questions, you can reach out to VA Masters, and all of us will be here to support you.
Yes, ako naman, maraming salamat for inviting us, Roxy and Tata. I hope this won't be the last. Na-enjoy ko yung usapan natin, and I'm pretty sure meron pa tong kasunod, right?
Yes.
And yeah, to everyone watching, sa mga nagja-job hunting dyan, visit our website. We have like plenty of roles opening, right? Marami
Yes.
tayo doon. Pagpilian nyo lang kung saan kayo pasok, and I'd be happy to process your application. Who knows, magkikita tayo in one of my interviews.
Exactly. Kaya guys, to everyone listening, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to From Kayod to Keyboard, leave us a review, send us your questions, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Roxy.
And I'm Tata.
We'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye.